This week we'll be talking about vermiculture. So how many of us know what vermiculture is? I'm sure not many.
My name is Peter Kanyagia of Joe Redworm's farm.
Meet Peter Kanyagia, a farmer who earns his daily living by getting his hands dirty through heaps of compost redworms. And this is how he is into money making.
Having started sometimes back about 7 years ago, farming has been, I've been doing farming all my life. Even when I was a small kid, my parents used to own a farm and we used to do farming. But I got into serious farming about 10 years ago when I realized that it's a better way of doing farming using organic farming.
Organic farming is simply farming of crops or vegetables without using commercial fertilizers. Peter explains on vermiculture and what it entails.
Vermiculture, we are talking of earthworms, using earthworms, and there are very many types of earthworms which are used in vermiculture. The best one, or the best earthworm, which has been found to be the best in composting, is called the redworms.
According to him, redworms are not only used in farms, but also
being used in making compost. Farmers also can feed their chicken, their fish with this redworm. They look small, but considering that they eat their own weight in every day, when you have a lot of them, they can make a lot of compost.
And what do these worms feed on?
Earthworms feed on decomposing matter. We feed them from the weeds when we are doing farming. We also feed from them with manure. Goat manure, cow manure is also very good food. You can also feed them with the fruits waste.
Peter tells us about the necessary requirements required by young worms for their growth.
Redworms do not like light. So you put them in the light, they'll just want to disappear. And because where the worms are kept is in a moist place, they'll disappear down. And because they don't like light, we have to cover them to protect them. If you don't cover them, they'll not come up and be able to eat or move freely.
He takes us through the process of packaging worms for selling to his customers.
When a farmer has made an order for earthworms or redworms, we pack these worms in containers, like the one which I have shown here. And this container has holes on top and on the side. This is because we want to deliver these worms sometimes to a very long distance. And the worms should have enough air to last the length of the journey.
And which is the common worm bedding?
The worms for whichever purpose you want is that we use these blue plastic drums. These are common everywhere because you find them, even farmers who are keeping cows have these half plastic drums. If you are having a lot of worms, is to use, if you are a commercial farmer like myself, you use a concrete bed like these ones. And you can see that this concrete bed has a compartment here for collecting the vermi-liquid. Because underneath this bed is concrete, so that we can be able to collect the vermi-liquid.
Peter tells us on how redworms multiply as well as their feeding process.
This dry matter is to afford the darkness inside for the worms, because the worms actually do not like light. And because they don't like light, we must cover where the worms is. Underneath this cover, you find that we have provided the worms with waste food. These are waste matter from the farm, weeds, vegetable matter. This actually is food for the worms.
Though rearing redworms sounds unusual in the agri sector,
these earthworms multiply very quickly. If you buy, say, 5 kg of earthworms, in another 2 months, it will be at 10 kg. We usually feed the worms either on weekly basis or after 2 weeks or even after 1 month, depending on the type of feeds you are. One use of earthworms is for them to produce vermi-liquid, which is used as a plant foliar by farmers. The vermi liquid is very strong, and one has actually to mix it with water at a ratio of 1 to 10 when you want to use it for foliar. The other product is the vermicompost, which is left inside the bed after the worms have eaten all the compost. Earthworms take about 3 months to compost anything, so that you can see results, and also for them to multiply. These earthworms can live between 3 and 5 months.
It is a fact that good soil is full of red worms, but only few people realize that adding red worms to poor soil quickly turns it to the best soil.
I usually recommend you start with 5 kg of earthworms, and this will provide you with a small amount of vermi liquid and also the vermicompost. If you have a bigger kitchen garden, you can buy 10 or 15 kg of earthworms, where you can also get enough compost and enough liquid. Now, for the large farmer, you need to buy something like from 50 to 100 kg of earthworms.
According to Peter, each bed can produce about 20 liters of foliar in a month, as organic foods are on high demand and fetch higher prices in the market.
Sell them in lots of 1,000, and if you are selling them in singly, the minimum you can buy is 1,000 redworms, which comes to about 3,000. Now, if you are buying worms in the bedding, we usually weigh them. And a kilo ranges from 1,500 to Kenya shillings 2,500.
Peter Kanyagia, his venture into organic farming and vermiculture is one of the best achievements that he has made. And for those of us who did not have the slightest idea of what vermiculture entails, I'm sure that by now you have an idea of what is in vermiculture, and that use of redworms in farm is one of the best ways to ensure that you have a healthy diet on your table. Nje Njogu, Agribusiness.